Okay, so I was reading Daniel chapter 9 and I realized that he gives us the timeline. And once you lay out the history, it becomes impossible to ignore. The first temple and Jerusalem was destroyed by Babylon in 586 BC. The city burned, the temple destroyed. God's people taken into exile. But the prophet Jeremiah said the exile would last 70 years. And exactly as prophesied, around 70 years later, King Cyrus allowed the Jews to return and rebuild Jerusalem. The second temple was completed around 516 BC, Jeremiah's prophecy fulfilled. Then, centuries later, King Herod massively expanded the temple beginning around 20 BC. This became one of the most impressive structures in the ancient world, and this is the temple Jesus walked through. The temple where he taught, the temple where he flipped the tables, the temple where he warned, not one stone here will be left upon another. Then comes Daniel chapter 9, verse 24. 7 times 70 years is the length of time God has set for freeing your people and your holy city from sin and evil. That's 490 years, a prophetic countdown connected to Jerusalem, the temple, the Messiah, and the freeing of mankind from sin. Then Christ arrives exactly inside that prophetic timeline. Jesus is born, the Messiah comes, and then the Messiah is cut off, crucified, not for himself, but for the sins of the world. Exactly why Romans 10:9 says, if you confess with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. Then Daniel chapter 9 verse 25 gives another specific timeline. After Jerusalem and the temple are rebuilt, 7 times 7 years will pass until God's chosen leader comes. That's 49 years. And Jesus himself tells us exactly what happens next in Matthew chapter 24. The temple falls again, Jerusalem is destroyed again, and in 70 AD, Rome did exactly what Jesus said it would do. Not one stone left upon another. This already happened, and Jesus returned. Daniel's timeline was fulfilled. Jeremiah's prophecy was fulfilled. Christ came. Christ was crucified. The temple was destroyed. Again, exactly as prophesied, which means the world has completely misunderstood where we are in the timeline. We're not waiting for the beginning of prophecy. We are living after its fulfillment. And right now, it is being replicated before our eyes.